Welcome back to another episode of Plants by Jasmine. I'm Jasmine, and this is my plant journey. If you're new here, I am just a regular plant mom working to become a plant collector, and I have a new plant to introduce today, but I also have some plant chores that need to get done, and I wanted to bring y'all along with me. So let's go. Alright, so today I am prepared to get super messy, and there's a reason. This is 3 out of 3 of the monsteras that I have, this guy right here. It's actually 2 different monstera plants in one. That's just how it happened, but it's over by my greenhouse, and right now it's just really trying to creep, and I'd rather it, attempt to climb. So I'm going to clean up the leaves. As you can tell, I've broken some. I actually broke this one on the way over. Its leaf is literally about to fall off. So yeah, we're just gonna clean it up. And although I don't have moss poles yet, it is on my list of things of plant items to purchase. But where it was at, they just had these nice bamboo stakes. So what we're gonna do is just fashion this plant to these stakes and hope for the best until we can get some moss poles in. So yeah, we're gonna get a little messy. We're gonna repot. Essentially, I repotted this plant about when did I repot this plant? I feel like it was last year. I hope it was last year because I typically try not to do it very often. So I've already cleaned off my scissors, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start cleaning up the rest of the situation. I really don't want to just dump this out. Maybe we will just do this instead. I really am gonna have to invest in those. Have you seen the Viso traps for fungus gnats and bugs and stuff, like flying bugs? I definitely, the next time I go to Walmart, I'm gonna get them because the fungus gnats are really just killing me right now. And I realize that is kind of just part of it. But it really, really sucks. Wow, this is some really wet soil. Great. Let's see what it's looking like down here. I haven't seen these roots in a little while, so I'm excited. I think it's good that this is happening because there's actually a root that is growing out of the bottom of this, so maybe this is a good thing. It's a blessing in disguise for this plant. I definitely think it could use a chunkier mix than what I have going on right now. And we can move it into a clear pot, which I think will be better. Wow, it looks so good though. It really does. It's got a plug. It definitely has a plug. I didn't know that it had a plug. Ooh, it's a rock. Okay, so in my younger days, I have stopped doing this now, but in my younger days, I was always nervous that I would consistently lose water from the drainage holes. And I was like, or soil. No, it was the soil. I didn't want to lose so much soil from my drainage holes when I potted my plant. So I put rocks down in hopes that that would help the situation. And it did, but that is hilarious. I thought this was a plug. I don't do that anymore. That's not a practice I have. But that is so funny. Not a plug, just a rock I put in there. But yeah, the root ball looks really good. I mean, there's a lot of new growth, a lot of good stuff going on here, but I think I am just gonna go ahead and move it to a clear pot. If it's big enough. It may not be big enough, actually. I'm struggling. This isn't the same size, is it? Oh, okay, well. Okay. I think it might be too small. I don't know. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm gonna be honest, so I think it might just go back into this terracotta pot, and I think it'll be just fine. I just want to make sure it gets like a chunkier soil. So I think what we'll do is we'll mix in some of this perlite and orchid bark that I got from Tagawa Gardens a while back, and just mix it all in here. So I think I'll go with soil first, actually. I really need to invest in a container or something where I just like mix my soil up. You know? Maybe. But instead I just do it in the pot. Okay, so we also need to put these bamboo stakes in here. I was thinking about doing 2, like one on each side maybe. This is huge, but I think it'll be fine. There's a song that's playing in my head over and over again. The end of the beginning. It's stuck in my head and I just like want to sing it continuously. I love the song so stinking much. There's just so many new roots on this plant right now. It's insane. Woohoo! We're falling all over the place, but that's okay. That's why we're doing this. Okay, this is better. This is much better than it was. Should probably mix in some of this. Okay, this is just solidified that I need to get like a large container to mix soil in instead of doing this way, because this is just not, this ain't it, guys. This is not it. You know, it's fine for now though. We're getting it done. Oh, and then on top of this, we're gonna have to go on with some Grow Queen. I've been rewatching with my boyfriend Broad City. It's so good. If you haven't watched Broad City, it's hilarious. It's not for everybody, I would say, but it's pretty stinking funny. But I think that I'm a lot like Abby, who's one of the gal pals in the show. But I'm always trying to like channel my inner Alana because she's funny and like spontaneous and honestly just does not care. Where I find myself a lot of times like caring a little bit too much, I would say. She's pretty cool. We're gonna go on top with some Grow Queen, and then I have to do a bunch of plant chores after this, like cleaning leaves and watering. So I'll make sure to give this a good water after this, but I'm just gonna dump the rest of this Grow Queen on here and try not to breathe it in. Spread it out a little bit. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot happier. I have this, I don't even know what it's called. It's not tape, it's just tie, plant tie. And I really don't like it because I thought that I was purchasing something else, like the actual like plant Velcro. And then when it got here, I was like, oh, this is not at all what I expected. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna kind of try to fashion it to this stake the best that I can so that it has the support it needs. And I'm just gonna tie it on. And where I'm tying it is where I don't know what it's called. I really probably should do like a video essay on like the different parts of the plant, but it's right where a new node is coming in. So it's below a new leaf, but it's not on it, if that makes sense. It's in between that and the old leaf, right below where the node is. And it's staked up now. I kind of like it. It's kind of a vibe. I'll give you guys a really good view of how it looks, but I really do. I do appreciate how it turned out, actually. So but I'm really glad that we were able to stake the good old monstera here. I think it needs a nice water. So we're just gonna move forward and introduce the Philodendron Gloriosum that I got yesterday, or the day before, actually. So this is the Philodendron Gloriosum that I purchased. Please ignore my fingernails right now. What was super exciting, what drew me towards this, is it looked like it was like in breeding mode. If you watched what you can get at a plant con with $20, we learned a lot about anthuriums and how you propagate those and breed them, actually, so that you can get crosses. And it looked like to me that this was in some type of reproductive phase because of this little thing right here. It looked really great when I purchased it. Of course, it's in shock right now because it has a new home. So, you know, it's kind of like what is happening. I'm super excited to have this in my collection because this will be like what, my like third philodendron, I think, because I have the Birkin and I have the heart-shaped philodendron. So I'm excited to have the Gloriosum. So just a few facts about it that I've just been picking up over the last couple of days of learning about it. It's a creeper, so it doesn't necessarily crawl, although I have seen instances of them crawling and looking like huge. I mean, their leaves get ginormous, but from what I can understand, it looks like they do like to creep. They are native from South America, and they typically are found like climbing trees or creeping along the jungle floor. And so they really enjoy, you know, bright indirect sunlight. They like humid, hot environments, and they like to stay moist but not like wet. What really drew me towards this is just that the leaves are very velvety, and I'm just like really drawn towards that. There's actually the mican. I'll put a picture of a mican right here. Those are just absolutely gorgeous because of the velvet leaves, and I really want one. So I'm excited to have a plant kind of like that. I'm excited to see how it goes. Right now it's just in a nursery pot. It's in its nursery soil, which I don't think is as chunky as it probably could be. So I'm kind of considering repotting it. It's already in shock. So I'm like, if it's already in shock, should I just go ahead and do it or just like let it be? I don't really know. It definitely needs some grow clean, and it definitely needs, actually, you know what, let's just do it. Oh, maybe it does need a repot. It's doing really well, actually. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do that since we're here. So I think what I'll do is just go one size bigger, or actually I feel like that might be too big. Let's see the sizes I have here. Yeah, this is the same size. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm comfortable repotting it in such a large, Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just do it. Then I can get it in a chunkier mix. We're just gonna kind of break it up. I'm gonna get rid of some of this soil that's already on it. There's a corm that broke off. That's good to know. I don't know if that's actually a corm. I have no idea. It's just a round thing. I don't think they're like Alocasias and they get corms. I don't know. We're learning. Okay, nice. We are gonna put this in soil though and see what happens with it because I'm interested now. This poor plant is probably like, why did I come home with this woman? It's fine, little guy. You're gonna be really happy, I promise, eventually. Maybe not right now, but. Does anybody like get close to like losing their mind with how much soil I just drop everywhere? I am sorry. Okay, I think it's gonna be a lot happier in this pot. It also just like looks better, to be fair. Awesome. I just cleaned these off. So I'm gonna go ahead and snip this one off because it's already dying on me. Okay, yeah, we'll give it a good water and we'll see how its roots do, see how it does in its new space. I think a big thing that I've been reading about is they are also prone to spider mites. So I'm gonna have to make sure I keep the leaves clean, that I make sure it has the humidity it needs, and that it just stays healthy. Right now, I've just been keeping it right here because it's far enough away from the rest of my plants. Not quite quarantined, but it feels better than like up here with everything else. And it's still getting the light that it needs to survive. So here's to a brand new philodendron in the collection. I'm pretty excited about it. I guess we could put this in soil in here. Okay. I don't know what it'll do, but we're gonna find out what it does. Okay, I'm just gonna pop it in there and just cover it up, and I'm gonna water it. I'm gonna put some Grow Queen on it. Yeah, cool. Don't know. I don't know what that's gonna do. Right now it just looks like a little bowl of soil. It'll go in the greenhouse. I was about to edit and it just occurred to me that I forgot a very important note about the Philodendron Gloriosum, is that it's toxic to cats and it's toxic to dogs. It's toxic to humans, and there's a very specific reason why, due to the fact that it has calcium oxalate crystals within its leaves. And so if a cat went up to nibble its leaf or one of its leaves, then it would release these calcium oxalate pencil-shaped crystals that create a prickly sensation on anything that touches. So for example, on their tongues, it would be piercing to a cat's tongue, and their gums would cause them quite a bit of irritation. So it's like a safety net created by the Philodendron Gloriosum to keep it safe from predators. I thought that was a really interesting fact, and I wanted to add it in here because it's something that I never learned about, and I thought it was interesting. So I hope you enjoyed that little fun fact just as much as I did. Thanks for joining me for another episode of PBJ. Please stay tuned for next week because I will be doing a 6-month recap of everywhere and everything that I have done over the last 6 months. And I'll also give you an updated review on the last 2 months of using Grow Queen on my plants. So super excited for you all to join me next week for that recap. Otherwise, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you then.